Bodies, Bodies, Bodies is a movie. It's been sitting in my watch list for quite a while now, but despite the positive feedback I heard, taking a quick look at the review scores made me hesitant. But recently, during a vacation, my friends wanted to watch a movie, and I was given the task of finding something to watch, because I'm apparently the movie guy in our friend group. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll, challenge myself. You guys each say a genre that you feel like watching, and I'll try and think of something that suits everybody's needs. Okay? I think the answers that I got were horror, thriller, action, and comedy. Okay, a bit contradicting, but I think I got something.
I'm in fucking model, like Playboy in the grotto. Put it on your face.
The movie starts out with a hardcore makeout session between our main characters.
That's hot.
This girl is B and this is Sophie, and they're currently on their way to a friend's house. Sophie's friend's house, to be exact. They got no idea that Borat's daughter is coming as well. And these friends of Sophie's, they are the embodiment of Gen Z, which is like the main theme in the movie. Mere minutes after meeting these characters, I can already tell why some people didn't like the movie. They're obnoxious, pretentious, they scream and shout for no reason. Real scum of the earth vibes, you know?
Daddy, chill.
The opening dialogue makes it crystal clear that they're just kids of a bunch of rich assholes, people blazing their way through social situations, while spreading gossip like wildfire. Really makes you think. This is as good of a time as any to introduce our wacky bunch. You already met B and Sophie. One is mysterious, shy, and has attachment issues. The other is just a coke addict, no big deal. There's also Jordan, she's a straight up psychopath. Alice has a podcast, and he's playing both sides at all times. Emma is also there. Greg isn't even part of the group, he's like way too old. And oh, David's a fucking idiot. There's also Max, but that's not here nor there. So when the storm hits and the party gets going, our beloved characters can't go a minute without
Drama.
He's watching a girl. Looks like he's having fun with Jordan.
Sophie decides to pour gasoline into an active volcano and says,
Who wants to play bodies, bodies, bodies?
Roll credits.
the game is pretty much just Among Us. One of them is a killer. They walk around aimlessly until somebody discovers a body and a group meeting is called. Oh, and to warm up, they slap the shit out of each other. What is wrong with these people? I haven't even gotten into the bad stuff yet, and I think every single one of them deserves to die. So, lights out and let the games begin. Greg's the first one to go, taking the play a corpse to a whole nother level just to mess with the audience. Because David's been giving Greg shit all night, he's the main suspect and the first one voted out. Actually, it's more of a spite vote because these people just can't help but be... Alright, the timeout. Let's just take a breather, just for a second, because booyah, we got our first real body. Oh, and of course it's Pete. I'm pretty sure they just couldn't afford any more of his screen time.
Bacon, bacon, bacon.
This is where things get interesting, because instead of staying calm and using logic for a mere moment, they start pointing fingers and throwing suspicion.
You're not using your brain if you think it's me. What is wrong with you?
Upon a rewatch, I realized that it's low-key all Jordan's fault. She's the one who takes out the freaking meat cleaver and starts gaslighting Alice about Greg's real identity. Top 10 movie villains, number 1. This motherfucker.
He's a Libra moon, that says a lot! Fuck!
This is great. I love it. So Scooby and the gang go to check up on Greg, who's hibernating in this room? No idea what's the purpose of a room like this. It looks like it's like It's, you know somebody's too rich when they have a room like this.
You like the red room?
Anyways, Greg's a total boomer and has no idea how to read the room. He thinks everybody's just messing with him and decides to play along. It's all fun and games until B just straight up murders him. Like full on bashes his head in. Alright then.
He's dead. We killed him. She killed him.
At this point, they're all dead set on finding the murderer, as they calm their nerves with hard drugs, which obviously only makes them even more anxious and emotionally unstable. We watch as their whole group dynamic slowly crumbles before our very eyes. It's like a train wreck. You can't look at it, but you also can't look away. So next, I'm sorry, there's only so much teenage drama that I can handle before my head goes totally numb. Oh look, another corpse! Looks like Emma's fallen down the stairs, in like the most brutal fashion ever. Of course, everybody automatically assumes she must have been pushed, even though they've been actively drugging each other for hours. I don't know, maybe it was Max? You see, this is a horror movie. Yeah, sure. I think it is. Is it scary? No, not at all. Except for one moment. This blink and you'll miss it moment scared me more than anything from the last year of cinematic horror. Just look at the eyes. Oh my god. I can't watch this without chills being sent down my spine. What the fuck? We're about an hour into the movie at this point, and I think this is where the movie's strengths really come out to shine. Because half of the group is already dead, there is no one to really hold the rest of the survivors together, and they just keep on stirring the pot. No, actually, they don't even stir it, they just spill the whole pot, then throw it off a cliff and drive a semi-wheeler over it until it's reduced to atoms. As it turns out, B's mother is struggling with mental illness, which is a huge red flag for Jordan. Sophie comes in to defend her, but gets accused of being coked out. This triggers her as she thinks it's hypocritical to call her an addict while everybody else also clearly has a drug problem. Alice can't decide whose side she's on, so her bipolar ass just keeps on jumping the shark with everything that's being said out loud. But Sophie, oh, she plays her trump card and calls out Jordan on her biggest sin yet. She doesn't like Alice's podcast. Oh! Now Alice is really fuming. She can't control herself. She's saying all these mean things and...
Did you just fucking shoot me?
Let's play a round of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and the question is... what happens next? A. Everybody panics. B. Somebody does judo. Z. Max shows up. Or D. All of the above. Ding 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 ding! You're absolutely correct! As the sun rises and the party ends, we get a good look back at the aftermath of the heaviest party since Project X. Even still, our two last characters can't help but tussle with each other, because B really wants to know what those texts were about, but oh wait, that's not Sophie's phone, and thus, the greatest plot twist of all time. Bravo! Bravo! This is incredible! It's brilliant! May I even say genius! He took a simple premise of murder mystery whodunit and flipped it on its head by having a bunch of unlikable characters kill each other off one by one, for it to only turn out that there is no murderer and it was just an accident all along. I really, really like this movie, if you couldn't tell already. I know it's stupid, but it's a very well done parody of Gen Z culture. It's not in your face like teenagers, am I right? No, it's subtly great integrates modern problems with modern solutions. The script is tastefully but brutally put together to show that it doesn't take much for a backstabber to start stabbing backs. Heck, even the cinematography and lighting go hard. Half the time it feels like the only source of lighting on set are the characters' cell phones, and they still manage to make it look beautiful. This really is one of the movies. Oh, and then Max shows up.